Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Brooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon, and you're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all. Good morning / afternoon. You know you at the official Man Cave Morning Show. WBKS1.com. BKS1 Radio. At BKS1 Radio ENT on Twitter, Periscope, all of that. Let me first and foremost introduce my co-host, man. My man, 50 grand.
Yes,
Together we always had the plan.
That's right.
We really rocking out now, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dude, DJ Smooth P.
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Good afternoon, good morning, good whatever. Good, glad to be alive there.
Oh, yes.
For sure.
I am just happy to be here.
Yes.
Yes.
And tell them who you are. This is the man with the master plan always, y'all.
I'm just humbly,
my brother from
Storm Norm, the
yes,
General.
yes,
Salute, peace, and blessings to you all, man. We just came off a great weekend, man.
Yeah, man.
Great weekend.
Good times.
No doubt. Shout out to everybody that came out to TGI Fridays.
Salute.
Right here, y'all see it. Y'all see it here. Y'all see it. Y'all that came out to TGI Fridays, y'all rocked out. It was packed. We had a good time. We played that music. Shout out to DJ Jess, my man DJ Smooth P, powered by.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And we just had a good time, man. We had a good time. And then
definitely stormed on the General.
And then Saturday we had to rock out.
Yeah, man.
Happy birthday.
Yes. Salute. Happy birthday to Kaya.
Yes. My goddaughter Kaya. And everything. We rocked out at the Italian American.
Yes, sir.
In South Plainfield, New Jersey, and everything. And we was just killing it, man. Music is our life.
Yes,
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. Peace and blessing to everybody.
Peace.
First and foremost, shout out to everybody watching us live right now on YouTube. Shout out to everybody watching us live right now on Twitter, Periscope. Shout out to everybody watching us live right now on the mother site, WBKS1.com. And shout out to, everybody listening.
Listen to us on that.
On what?
That TuneIn app. If you ain't got it, go get it. Go download it.
Yes.
It's free, man. All your hottest radio stations are up there, and so are we. Because we are the hottest radio station.
Go. Just download it.
Download it.
It's on, for your iPhone, Android. LG, whatever you got, man.
Yes, yes.
Download that joint. It's the TuneIn app. It's free. And shout out to everybody watching us live on FB. We love y'all. Peace and blessings and everything. We're going to talk about a lot
Twitch.
today.
Did we say Twitch?
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Twitch, man.
Definitely on Twitch.
I
Another platform we rocking on. So make sure y'all check us out there too.
No doubt. So let me get some love to everybody trickling in. Shout out to C. King Parker. Peace and blessings. Shout out to Nikki Raspberry on the check-in. Shout out to Woo. What's good? My brother on the check-in. Shout out to Denise Sparrow on the check-in. Shout out to Barb. Shout out to D-Mac. Shout out to B. Pinterest. Yes, on the check-in. Shout out to Tracy Napoleon. Hey, Tracy. Nat, happy birthday to my brother Eugene Napoleon. Love you, brother. Hope you enjoyed your birthday. We got to have a little. I know you don't drink, but we're gonna have a sip together. We're gonna eat some steak or something together. Yeah. Shout out to Deidre Howard Francois on the check-in. Shout out to Nicole Franklin. What's up, Nick Gay? Shout out to Michael Taylor on the check-in. Shout out to John Booth. What's up, cuz? On the check-in. Nene Mina on the check-in. Ingrid Judge on the check-in. Peace and blessings, Ingrid. Shout out to Patricia Shell Givens. Hey, what's up, sis? Love you. Shout out to Rashi Jen on the check-in. Shout out to Sandy B. What's up, babe?
What's up, sis?
Tony James on the check-in. Filmmaker.
Peace,
still filmmaker.
Peace.
I don't know if Facebook made you change that or not.
Wow.
But you still Tony Filmmaker James, no doubt. Shout out to Arturo Leon on the check-in.
What's up, peace?
Angie Frazier on the check-in. What's up, Angie?
Peace,
One love. Shout out to Tomica on the check-in. Wow. Shout out to David E. Lee on the check-in. Andrina
coming in quick.
Clyburn on the check-in. Andrina, love you. Shout out to everybody, man, trickling in. Mel Davis. Shout out to Suzette Crawford, my sis. Love you, sis. Shout out to Kim Solomon on the check-in. Deidre on the check-in. And yes, praying for Woo's restoration. He'll be all right. He a soldier. He a BKS1 soldier.
That's right.
No doubt. Michael Taylor said, downloading and much love. No doubt, family. All right, so let's get this thing popping. Phyllis Woodbury on the check-in. What's up,
Phyllis?
Platinum. Platinum.
Yes.
Now, one of the things we're going to be talking about today is real family feuds. Fix them before it's too late.
Yeah, man.
Real family feuds, fix them before it's too late. And then the second thing is going to be signs your priorities are messed up. Signs your priorities are all jacked up.
Yes.
P, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of current events to discuss with y'all. Lots been going on in this crazy world. So one of them is, y'all remember the woman who called Michelle Obama an ape? Well, guess what? She defrauded FEMA for 18 G's. She's going to jail. She's going to. That's karma. You don't call our beautiful first lady an ape. You don't disrespect the first lady. Let's read some of this.
They got some bananas for her.
Yeah. Let's read some of this. What's going on? The West Virginia woman who made national headlines in 2016 when she was placed on leave from a county development organization over demeaning a Facebook post about the then First Lady. She's still our First Lady. Michelle Obama has now pleaded guilty to defrauding the Federal Emergency Management Agency out of thousands of dollars of disaster benefits. Now, Pamela Taylor, 57, admitted on Tuesday that she falsely registered for more than $18,000 in FEMA disaster benefits after historic flooding in Clay County, West Virginia, in June 2016 that killed 23 people, the U.S. Attorney's Office said in a statement. Now, Taylor claimed that her primary residence was damaged in the flood and that she was staying in a rental property, the prosecutor's office said. Her home was not damaged, however, and she still lived there. She still lived there. All right. The flood was a natural disaster. U.S. Attorney Mike Stewart said in a statement, stealing from FEMA is a man-made disaster. Wow. Now, so this is the woman that called Michelle Obama an ape. And they let her go from her position, but she called Michelle Obama an ape. Okay.
Miss Oompa Loompa.
Look into the mirror before you judge and criticize other people. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So justice is served. Karma is real.
Yeah.
Karma is real. Let's shout out to everybody on the check-in. Ben Walker said, I have to come by anytime. Ben, you fam.
Definitely.
Shout out to Phyllis said, good day, all peace and blessings. Michelle Mimi's on the check-in. True Fred Cooper's on the check-in. Nikki Owens on the check-in. Victor Johnson on the check-in. Yes, we're going to talk about some things.
You know what I don't understand? Because I know with previous disasters, and there are still some people from the disasters here in Jersey who still haven't seen a dime after years. But don't they send out inspectors to the properties, or do they just, when it's a mass disaster, just go off the word of the homeowner now and say, "Oh, okay,
you know what I was told? My situation wasn't severe enough."
Wow.
You're dealing with the people that were more or less on the coastal lines.
Yeah.
First, whatever, and I get all of that, whatever. But how long has that been?
Man, that's what I'm saying.
Right. So the roof of my roof got tattered and tore off.
Yeah.
And even my garage.
Yeah.
My garage. All of that was a part of the disaster, and just a lot of things that like messed up my house and causing leaks and stuff like that. Still haven't really gotten taken care of. And so I said, you know what? Instead of pressing FEMA, I'm just going to get it done myself.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, but see, that's the thing that I don't like about that, because you pay into this stuff and it's supposed to be for, when these things happen, and it's heartbreaking that you have homeowners who have lost everything and actually are depending on these funds to try to rebuild, and like I said, it's been years. There's people who lost everything, and were depending on FEMA, and FEMA comes up with whatever reasons why they're not going to pay, which is crazy. But like I said, for her to be able to defraud them for $18,000, I'm not even sure how she was able to do that, especially living in the property. I would think that they would have somebody that would come out to survey damages to say, okay, well, this is what we're going to pay you.
I got tons of letters. But you know what? I'm like this, man. Look, if FEMA didn't deem my situation all that serious or whatever like that, where they can cut me a check just to get the repairs fixed, whatever, I'll get it done myself. But you just know that you can't really depend on the federal government to come to your aid quickly and swiftly if you get into a situation.
But here's my problem that I have with that, because you pay insurance for that. That whole flood insurance situation is that's what works through FEMA. So if I'm paying you insurance for this reason, and now I could pay you insurance for 30 years, 20 years, nothing ever happened, you're going to take my money. But the one time where I actually need your services, you're not going to pay me my money? Like, that's crazy. Then stop paying me. Because I know when my wife and I first were looking for homes, some of the homes that we were looking at were in flood areas,
right?
And it was around this area. We actually were originally, the first property that we were going to buy, we originally were supposed to close on it on the day that Hurricane Sandy happened. That was actually the original closing date, and then some paperwork. So we actually wound up not buying that home, but some paperwork got switched around with the homeowner, so we had to push it back. But that was the original closing date, was supposed to be that day. So I was glad that didn't happen. And once that did happen, I had people putting in my ear, was like, hey, after this happened and paying all this money out, you definitely don't want to buy a property that's in a flood zone, because the flood insurance was always going to jack. It was always going to cost me $2,500 a year, just for flood insurance. So if I'm paying you that money a year over all these years and never need it, why would I need it as an issue?
But
that's what I have.
But you know what? Sometimes they deem areas flood insurance areas, and they're not flood insurance areas.
Exactly.
So, especially like now, since like even the area I live in, they built Mill Campbell Field.
Yes.
So since they built that, that's for all the water could run,
drain down.
And they did an irrigation ditch.
Yes.
And everything, so the water could drain. So we're not really in the flood area.
They're just not going to change it because they can still get the money. Because where I was at was close to your area, and the same thing. Like if you look at any records, like you can see for like 10, 15 years, it's never flooded. Like there's records of that with all these different things happening that it didn't flood, but it still was deemed, a flood zone area.
Yeah, like right now, my flood. I'm paying. If I tell y'all what I'm paying for flood insurance, with me and Sandy,
I believe it. Like I said, everybody was telling me it was about to go up.
Yo, no, it's ridiculous, bro. And like, I'll take.
And you can't get around it.
I'm paying $2,500.
So there you go. So that's not so bad. That was what I was going to pay six years ago.
It's not supposed to be that. So my thing is, you have to get a letter stating, you have to get the city, go down to City Hall and get them to give you a letter stating that you're in a classified, I don't know if it's A or B section,
flood
and
zones.
it's not a flood zone.
I got you.
Blah 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 blah, and then you send that to your insurance company, whatever, and they're going to drop the with the premium.
rate.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's crazy.
All right. So moving on. So 11-year-old girl gets arrested. Y'all ready for this one? Just out there. We're going to read your comments in a second. 11-year-old girl gets arrested for not standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh,
for not standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. All right.
Ooh, take me to jail.
Yeah, exactly. Phyllis Woodbury said, "Yes, Norm, you are right. I had my house on Hillcrest Avenue and had to pay flood insurance." Shaking my damn head. And Phyllis, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. Okay. So here's the story. 11-year-old girl, gifted 11-year-old girl student arrested for not standing during the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm just going to run y'all the clip, and we're going to talk about this. All right. Jesus. What's y'all feelings on this?
The February 4th incident started when a substitute teacher asked the 11-year-old boy to stand up for the pledge. He reportedly told the substitute teacher the flag was racist and the national anthem was offensive to black people. In a statement to the district, the substitute teacher reported telling the 11-year-old boy why, if it was so bad here, he did not go to another place to live. She said he then said, "They brought me here." And she said she told him, "Well, you can always go back."
She was wrong. She was way out of place.
The substitute teacher then wrote she called the office because she, quote, didn't want to continue dealing with him. According to the arrest affidavit, the student was arrested because he refused to follow multiple commands, repeatedly called school leaders racist, and was disruptive. They said he threatened to get the school resource officer and principal fired and to beat the teacher.
Should have handled this differently.
The February 4th incident started when a substitute teacher asked the 11-year-old boy to stand up for the pledge. He reportedly told the substitute teacher the flag was racist and the national anthem was offensive to black people. In a statement.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm gonna clap it up for the young soldier.
Yes, exactly.
But where you went wrong when you threatened to beat the teacher.
But see, I don't.
No, that's where. Listen, that's where he went. All the other things.
I don't believe. So you trying to tell me he was articulate enough to know to say all these other things, but then he's going to threaten to beat the teacher?
You can't arrest him. See, I'm looking at the fact.
I think it's bullshit.
I'm looking at the arrest. Of course, it's BS.
Yeah.
But 11-year-old boy. All right. So you can't threaten to beat anybody, right? You can't. You can't.
You know, I get that, but did he? Like, were there other witnesses that said that?
Everything else, I'm rocking with him on. You know, like if he's saying, okay, if certain people got their reasons why they want to stand, they don't want to stand up for the American flag or whatever. It's not the teacher's right or an authority figure's right to tell them that, oh, if you don't like it, you know, you can
go back.
You can go back to where you came from, and this and this and that and whatever like that. That's where the teacher, as an authority figure, was wrong.
That teacher should have been suspended.
But we have to listen in cases like that. We have to still practice. I'm gonna have to go with Martin, like Luther, on this, where you still have to practice a nonviolent thing, because there was nothing that was physical.
Yeah.
During that whole situation, there are two differences of opinions, two different views. It was one from a view from an authority figure that shouldn't have said what she said.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And the kid I'm rocking with the kid all the way up to he threatened to beat.
See, you can't. But see, you need to rock him all the way. Where are the statements that said who corroborated? Excuse me. That he said these things. That he said, "I'm going to beat the teacher." Like I'm listening to that whole news story, and I'm saying that doesn't add up. Everything else that he said. And then, so they got that was the reason to be able to get the authorities involved, because of the fact that they threw that extra in there. And you know why I'm saying I can say that personally, because I've experienced it personally.
Right.
So I know how the extra gets thrown in,
right.
So people can make their points. So I'm not rocking with that. I'm rocking with him all the way, because I don't believe that he said that, because that was a determining factor. You know what? Oh, this guy is. Oh, he's a smart guy, huh? You're a smart guy. Or you don't want to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the flag? Okay, then this is what he did. He's being disruptive. He said he's going to beat me up. Blah 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 blah. Because how is he being disruptive? Is not standing being disruptive, or is that just sitting for what you feel is right and or wrong? That's not being disruptive, right?
No doubt.
I'm not disrupting the class unless I was like, everybody sit down, everybody. He didn't do that. So the teacher was right, and the teacher was way out of line, talking about, well, go back to where you came from, or you can go somewhere.
It's totally,
knock it off.
Totally out of line. Again, I'm rocking up when. Well, listen, he told. You could read more about it.
Yeah,
but he said that.
She was mad because he was smart enough to know the truth that us standing for the Pledge of Allegiance is the most ridiculous thing on the face of this planet, and that the Pledge of Allegiance is racist and is not meant for black people to be reciting. Period.
I pledge allegiance to the flag for the United States of America.
Well,
not even for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I still remember that.
Yeah, I remember it too.
Yo, and it's crazy. But now, for that, I rock with the Pledge of Allegiance more than I rock with the anthem. I will. For that was plain and simple. That's plain and simple. Listen, you supposed to
they rock hand in hand though. And that's still, the Pledge of Allegiance never was meant for us either. That's not meant for us.
Bro, I get you, right? But
I live here. That's about it.
But see, again, but you live here by what? Choice.
No, I don't live here by choice.
You do live here by you can live somewhere else if you wanted to. You do live here.
This is where
you live here by choice.
I get you.
I'm in Plainfield because I choose to live in Plainfield. I rep Plainfield.
Yeah,
I always rep where I'm from, right? I rep Jersey. I rep the country because I choose to stay in this country. Yeah. But there's certain things, injustices that we know is not for us. That's real. That's real talk, and I get all of that, right? So my thing is, and I was always taught this early on by my father: when in Rome, you got to do as the Romans do. If you choose to rock in Rome, you got it. So Romans have laws that you can't do this, you could do this, you can't do that. It's up to me to choose whether I even want to go to Rome or not.
Yeah.
Because I got to follow their rules, right? So you go to certain Islamic countries or whatever, you got to take off your shoes. You can't walk on certain grounds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With your shoes on or whatever like that. You got to check on you barefooted. You may have to cover your face. You may have to do whatever because you're in there.
So basically, you're saying since you're in America, then you should be a racist. You should hate people.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That's what America's about.
But that particular school is about. Okay, you got to say the Pledge of Allegiance. My thing is, I'm not saying that you have to rock with it all the way. No, listen, you can't. But if you're teaching, and this is real talk, and I rock with the young kid, but you still have to teach. Respecting rules and guidelines and all of that, right? So that this comes with a young age, from elementary to kindergarten, all with parents. You got to respect their rules and their guidelines.
Yes, absolutely.
When you're out in the street, you got to respect the rules of the street and the guidelines of the street.
Absolutely.
When you're in church, you got to respect the rules and the guidelines of the church.
Absolutely.
So this is teachings of just raising a young adult. All right. So let's talk about Chantel said, I can't. I'm too broke to go somewhere else. Look, she keeping it 100. Chantel, D-Max said, I didn't stand once I got to a certain age. Okay, but I respect that. Kudos to the young man. Exactly. Kudos. David Lamar said we had to do the pledge in Emerson. Remember, Norm? Yes, exactly. That was their rule. Ingrid Judge said, I'm going to ask this question again. Why is pledging an allegiance to the flag not considered idolatry? See, now you're throwing, when you talk about idolatry, you're throwing a religion into there, Ingrid. You're throwing, and I get that. You're not supposed to worship this, that, whatever like that. That's the Bible. And especially they spoke a lot about that in the Old Testament, in Exodus. I get that. We can go there. That's a whole different subject. It's a whole different subject right there. And this is why you got, the separation between the church and the state.
It's supposed to.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're throwing a lot of different things in there. Dee Graham said justice is not for all. I agree, Dee.
It's a fact. I will say one thing about, you know what? You tapped on something, Norm. You said it's a choice, because for all of us black people right now, actually it is a choice, because we have been actually welcomed back to the motherland for free. Any
have we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot who's the president, what part of what part in Africa, but says that any black American can come back to Africa and basically they will get you re-gentrified into living in Africa business-wise, home ownership, like all that stuff. Like they're saying you can come back,
right,
if you want to come back here, with no problems. I gotta look it back up to see who it is, but that claim has been put out there for any black person,
find
who
that.
wants to go back to Africa.
Well, find that
they can.
because Africans now treat us like we ain't ish. They treat African Americans like we not ish, and I've seen that. I've witnessed it. I felt it one time. But that's a whole another topic. Dee Dee Graham said, I went to a Catholic high school. I'm not Catholic, but I had to attend Mass daily. But the pledge was not as big as the Lord's Prayer. 2 Muslims in my school were given a pass. They didn't have to say the pledge, the prayer, or attend Mass. That pass. So that's respect for their religion.
Yeah, but that's kind of crazy. Well, who puts a Muslim child in a Catholic school?
And then Dee Dee Graham said, in reference to what you said, she said, yes, I saw that. Ethiopian president.
Yeah, I think it is the Ethiopian president.
Yes.
Yeah.
David Lamar said, Norm, we're Americans. Keep it 100. We ain't going back to Africa. We live in the land of milk and honey.
See, this is what people got. See that, and that's the thing. See, that's the perception that America wants people to think about Africa. Africa, in actuality, is the land of milk and honey and gold and platinum and this and that and the third. Africa is one of the richest continents on the planet. That's why it's been invaded or tried to be invaded for so many years and all of these years, and that's why the people of Africa now, all the different countries, there are these uprisings, and they're taking their land and their stuff back because it is if you just Google some of the countries in Africa and how beautiful they are, but there's not people living in bushes and huts. Like there's major cities like California, like New York, like Atlanta, like there's lots of money and there's lots of things in Africa. So to say we live in a land of milk and honey,
it's still the richest.
We live in a land of racists and money. That's where we live.
Africa is still the richest continent.
It's
not
still
a
the
country.
richest. That's what I said. Continent.
It's
I didn't
still
say
the richest.
country.
No,
I said
I'm not talking about you.
Yeah,
I'm saying it is
because Africa is not a country. People need to realize Africa is a continent.
True indeed.
Yeah, some people think Africa is a country, and that just that's another story, another show too. But yeah, the continent.
So shout out to Shani said, who puts a Muslim child in a Catholic school?
Yeah, that's what I said, sis. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, where they do that at?
Michelle Mimi said, what if you're black and Native American? I would have to go back to where she was from. No, I get you. I get you on that. I was trying to read in between. Shout out to Bridgeworth, Mike Kenner. No doubt. What's up, family? Ingrid Judge said, I'm not giving an opinion on relocating until I visit. It appears to be a lot of civil unrest, and they are selling out to China. True indeed. Now, see, Ingrid Judge, I'm a clap. No, that's fact.
Well, if you want to say that,
that's
then
fact.
let's say that about the United States.
We've been selling
the United States. China owns the United States right now, as we speak.
Big trillions of dollars.
Are you kidding me?
Trillions of dollars.
China is buying everybody because they have the money to do it.
Yes. No, I caught what you said, Mimi, no doubt. Shout out to Reg Garns, Hollywood on the check-in, Raymond Boone on the check-in. Raymond, what's up? It was good seeing you at Fridays, man. Again, if y'all not doing nothing this Friday, come on out, man. Make it your time to come out. It's free to get up in the joint. But more importantly, we're rocking out. We're giving you the music. It's powered by WBKS1 Radio and everything. We're doing the damn thing every Friday at Fridays. It's called Friday Night Live. That's where we rock out. We do classics. And yes, I got word. I will have T-shirts to give out this Friday. So come and rock out with us 10 to 1 a.m., 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Friday Night Live. Get there early. Get your seat, whatever. Have your drinks. It's happy hour time and everything. And enjoy WBKS1.com being in there, bringing that vibe to you from the classics to the currents. We rocking out. So make sure y'all come out and have a good time. You can celebrate your birthday there. Just come out, have a good time. Have your date there, whatever like that. We rock. Bring your girlfriends, girls' night, boys' night, dudes' night, whatever you want to call it. Just come out and have a good time. Now, on that note, Dee Dee Graham said, I think they were exchange students. Shout out to Mel Davis on the check-in. Nikki Raspberry said real talk, no doubt. All right, so we're going to go on to the next thing. And again, I hope they don't punish that young man.
Yeah, for standing up
too
for his
hard
rights.
for standing up for his rights or whatever like that.
I'm proud to see trying to stifle him in 11.
Yeah, I'm proud to see any young child whatever stand up for something.
Yeah.
But you at the same time, that's what I'm saying. Just real talk. You still got to realize you have to follow rules.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
and if you
that's fine.
don't want to follow the rules of wherever you go, then just don't go to that place. It's still your choice not to go or not to attend or whatever like that. Listen, man, people got options when it comes to education now. I'm talking about young people. As far as youth and 11-year-olds, you can be homeschooled. You can go to a school that more, kind of curtails to your culture.
Yeah.
Right? So you got options. We got options now. Charter schools, this, that, whatever like that. So if one is not giving you what you want or respecting your culture or your values or whatever like that, then you got other options. And that's all I'm saying with that.
Yeah, it's more the parent though. But.
No doubt. All right, so let's go on to this, man. I wanted to talk about this a little bit. Anonymous source reveals full details in the investigation of Jussie Smollett. How many of y'all feel as though he's still telling the truth? Just more details not out there. And how many of y'all feel as though he's lying and this is made up and is fabricated for attention? I want to know. I want to know y'all feelings on this, and let's have some real talk. So let's read this real quick. P, you got this one.
The Savvy Show, a source that is said to be close to the investigation of Jussie Smollett, reveals more details and claims in the case. They claim he had paid attackers. He bought the rope that was used for a noose, and that they all rehearsed the homophobic attack days before it happened. As of now, both of his attackers have been released from jail and are cooperating with the police, according to reports. There are two saying that Jussie Smollett paid them.
All right.
Wow.
So now I'm going to run the clip. Listen to the clip, and let's talk about this. Let's be honest about it. Let's have real dialogue. I feel some type of way about this one. Let me run the clip.
Jussie Smollett paid $3,500 up front and promised another $500 at a later date to these two men, shown in surveillance video, their brothers, and were later released by Chicago police. The money was paid in part to orchestrate the Streeterville attack on the Empire Star. Our sources tell us an incident Smollett reported to police on January 29th. Smollett claimed to police two men yelled racial and homophobic slurs at him, roughed him up, and dumped a chemical on his clothes and put a rope around his neck. We have learned through those sources the rope used was purchased at this Crafty Beaver hardware store in Ravenswood, purchased just days before the attack. One of the brothers held the rope and poured the bleach. The other wore a plain red hat and yelled those slurs. Sources say the brothers told detectives the items were purchased at the direction and paid for by Smollett. We've also learned from our sources this key element. The three men actually rehearsed the attack days prior to it happening. Say Jussie Smollett paid $3,500 up front and promised another $500 at a later date to these two men, shown in surveillance video, their brothers, and were later...
Okay. I don't know what the hell is going on. At this point in your career, bro, like you riding high. You riding high, bro. Empire is still a big show, regardless. It's still a big show. Everybody made a name. Dude that played Hakeem on there.
Yeah.
He ended up playing Mike Bivens.
Yep.
In the New Edition story. Taraji is out of this world right now. She's one of the biggest. She's one of Hollywood's biggest stars. She is, whether people want to admit it or not.
Yeah.
Taraji Henson's, P. Henson.
Yeah.
Terrence Howard is keeping him alive.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, man. And you a lion. You a lion. You act like a lion. All right. But what I'm saying is, bro, you
shouldn't be lying.
Everything at your disposal. First of all, with the racism and homophobia and all the problems that the LGBTQ RSZ, because I don't even know no more, because somebody corrected me when I said LGBT, whatever. They were like, no, add a Q to it. Add this to it. Come on, man.
Yeah, we got time to recite the whole alphabet.
Listen. Just cut it out. I'm just saying. Listen. There's racism. There's homophobia in here. There's attacks against people because of their race. There's attacks against people because of their sexual preference. This is going on heavy. So this is something you do not want to joke about and lie about and become Pinocchio about, whatever. And you're making it bad for people that go through real situations.
Exactly.
So my thing is, like, I find it hard to believe. I'm trying to grasp this man that has everything lying about this situation. I'm still not taking a side yet. I just want more to come out. P, where you at with this?
Well, I guess it goes, it's the old saying, all publicity is good publicity. So I guess it got people talking about him, right? So even if it turns left, like it seems like it's doing, it still, has his name in people's mouth right now. So I personally am not a firm believer in that. In the, all publicity is good publicity, because it's not. Because what happens now, people start looking at you differently. So now when something does actually happen, if it happens, no one's going to believe you, and this definitely, I'm sure, is going to affect his pockets in some way, form, or fashion.
You think?
Whether it be job-wise or fines, or there's going to be some kind of repercussions behind this. If it comes to pass that he actually was lying, which it seems like is what happened. What was he trying to actually gain from this? Like, I guess only he knows that. Like, what he was trying to gain and get out of it. I don't know. Was it sympathy? Was it support? More support? Another acting gig? Like, I don't know. I don't know what his motive was for this.
And if somebody, like, I don't know, somebody, I just don't know, man. I'm gonna wait. And then you go on to different shows. Good Morning America. He goes on to the other shows and this, and he cries, and Essex magazine. He's like this and this and that. I'm like, come on. And we all, again, I keep saying it, we all remember Tawana Brawley, and it's like we knew the backlash from that. We know when Al Sharpton was riding with that for a minute, and then he found out more into the case, and he pulled back because it was like, it came to find out later that she was lying. So Tawana changed her name.
Oh, I didn't
change her name,
really.
because she was catching so much heat behind her.
Well, let me say this, though. You just mentioned all these different shows that he's been on for interviews, right? So how many of those shows were checking for him before that to come on for an interview?
Right.
None of them, right? So he got to get this worldwide exposure, to tell his story, even though it seems like it is a story. So I guess in his mind, or his publicist, because I heard that he actually has let his lawyer go, and he's hired a public relations person, like a new public relations person, to try to fix all of this. To try to, I guess, clear up and clean his name up a little bit. So, me personally, I think you might want to keep that lawyer on deck.
Absolutely. Barb said the lie carries a felony charge. Absolutely.
Wow.
Dee Dee said, I love Terrence and Taraji. That's the only reason I watch Empire. Nikki Raspberry said, I have nothing. Chantel Williams said, what's up, Chantel? She said, what people will do for fame is crazy. Absolutely. Mimi said, I don't believe he paid them. I find it hard to believe. Why would you have someone attack you? Why do you need the publicity? Y'all Google Tawana Brawley if y'all too young for that. Alicia Mitchell said, afternoon, family. Hey, Alicia Platinum. Listening on the check-in. In today's time, I honestly don't know. As it stands, I want to believe, because if he is not telling the truth, this will be used against us. Yeah, absolutely. When our people are dying every day, racism just so in your face. Yeah, true indeed, man. True indeed. Victor Johnson said, why though? What is the purpose of him doing this?
Yeah.
What was you doing in 29 degrees below weather at that time? No doubt. And then Alicia said, I pray to God this is not a lie. Trust me, the fallout would be horrific. Absolutely. Especially for people that are telling the truth, that are really being attacked and going through real situations, man. Like, why would you do this?
But somebody in there made a statement and said that if he lied, that the lie holds a felony charge. Now, Now this is what I understand though, and this is getting off cue a little bit.
Okay.
So why, if he lied about that, is that a felony charge? But when people lie about rape, that is not.
We're gonna
and we can talk about it in another show. Yeah.
No, we're gonna talk about
that.
it. Remember, we got a story that.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. But you get what I'm saying? Like, why is one worse than the other? Because to me, that's just as bad. You lying about somebody raping you. So.
I don't want it to be true, man. Like,
yeah.
Bruh, I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. Suzette said, I'm on the fence. I can't understand why he would put his career in jeopardy. I read that. But why he would put his career in jeopardy, but some of the info from the two brothers doesn't sound fabricated. I'm with you on it. The Nigerian brothers? Yeah. Barb said when he didn't call the cops immediately,
exactly,
when he went home before going to the hospital, and after seeing those minimal bruises, he said minimal. His cheek was a little puffed up and everything. Knowing that when white folk get a chance to get at us, they try to kill us. I knew his tail was lying and still lying.
Wow.
Okay, so you sticking with he's lying. And Robin Roach Wiley said, good question. And David Lamar Williams said, Illinois, that's their law.
Oh,
okay, shout out to Robert Parham on the check-in. All right, so I guess we'll see as this unfolds more. Now, so where does that put him with Fox? You know,
they might
as an employee of Fox.
Yeah, man.
Where does that put the show in the upcoming episodes? Do they kill him off? What's going to happen? Where does that put him because he's been performing all over as an entertainer.
Yeah.
Where does that put him? You know, do we put him in that corner now? Do we push him to the corner? Time out for you, Jussie. You made a huge mistake with some real ish going on in the world.
Yeah.
You felt it important to make up something and fabricate something, whatever, because you wanted sympathy and you wanted people to feel sorry for you, whatever the case may be. Now, and what we didn't even think about, if this is not true, now Trump, Orange Boy, got something to use in his defense.
Yeah.
People want to blame this and blame Magna for this and blame this for that, whatever like that. Look at the type of things you people are doing to discredit us. Bro, you got to look at how damaging this is if this is not true.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like, did you think about all of this and the repercussions that it just don't affect you? It really affects all of us. All right. With that being said, man, it's sad, man. It's sad. Shout out to Victor Johnson. He said he is truly talented. Seeing him sing live, I am disappointed he does this. Ingrid Judge said, I still think Lee Daniels put him up. Ooh, Ingrid, me and you are on the same page. Lee Daniels is a beast. He's a beast. Talented dude, but he got some game with him. I still think Lee Daniels put him up to this to boost up the show. Time will tell. Yeah, because the show is tanking a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, the show is tanking. I watch it and whatever, but it's tanking a little bit. It lost its luster. Shout out to Babs. Barb's on the check-in. I see you. I see you on the check-in on FB. I'm going to shoot over to YouTube in a second, whatever. See what's popping over there and Periscope later. We're going to go on to the next story. If you just joined us, is me and Smooth P rocking out, Man Cave Morning / afternoon show.
Yeah.
We will be in here doing what we do. All right, giving y'all this content and everything, and you know, keeping it consistent, man. That's what we do. Next up. Damn it, Jussie, got me thinking now, bruh. All right, next up. Y'all heard about this? If y'all didn't, we gonna tell y'all. Y'all heard about this already, but mystery surrounds black mother of 5 murdered at adult sleepover in Forsyth County. All right, and to go on. So, like, there's a group of mothers that get together and, like, you know, not like a PTA, but and discuss students and their kids and things that could be better at the school systems or whatever, and they do sleepovers or whatever. So this is the young lady that was found murdered, and I heard they found her on the front of the house.
Yeah, exactly.
In the front of the house. All right, we're gonna read some of the story. Unanswered questions surround the mysterious death of black mother of 5 who was found beaten to death after attending a football mom sleepover with 7 white women and 3 men at a home in Forsyth County, Georgia. Tamia Horsford, 40, of Cumming, Georgia, was found face down in a yard after she attended a football mom's sleepover on November 4th. Horsford was severely beaten about the head and face. Her body was discovered in the yard by the homeowner's aunt at 7:30 a.m. Someone in the home called 911 to report Horsford's death at 9:30 a.m., 2 hours after the body was found. Horsford leaves behind her husband, Leander, 5 sons, damn, Jaden, Peyton, Gavin, Braden, and Mason, ranging in the age from 4 to 14, and a stepdaughter, Akishima. 3 men also attended the sleepover that 3 men also attended the sleepover that night, including Jose Barrera, former pretrial services officer for the Forsyth County Court. I ain't really got to read the rest of this, but the 3 men also attended the sleepover that night, including, by coincidence, Barrera's girlfriend is related to the homeowner of the house where Horsford died. Barrera was terminated from his job as a pretrial officer after he assessed personal information of at least 5 people from his work terminal. Barrera was placed on leave after a Cumming, Georgia woman filed a complaint accusing Barrera of assessing her personal information and disseminating that information to others. An investigation after determined that Barrera did not access the woman's information from his work terminal, but he did use his work terminal to access the information from Horsford's murder case in which he was a witness. He also assessed a stalking complaint which allegedly involved his girlfriend. Now, y'all really need to check dude out. Now, let me say this to y'all. Let me talk to y'all real quick. I lived in Georgia before. I stayed there when I was going to the Arts Institute of Atlanta. That was on Peachtree Street. I stayed in the Buckhead section of Atlanta, which is a richer section of Atlanta. I lived on Lenox Road, down the street from Lenox Square Mall. I went through Forsyth County where I was actually stopped and I experienced some racism. This was years ago. So I'm not surprised about anything I'm hearing about Forsyth County. And then Oprah, she did a report some years ago on her show. Y'all can Google it, on Forsyth County, and that how it's just crazy there when it comes to the racism and the disrespect for African Americans. So when I see something like this right now, it's sad to say it, but I'm going to say this. I don't think this situation with this woman will ever find the right type of justice it needs. Exactly. So even if the DOJ, Department of Justice, comes down and they investigate this or whatever like that, I think people are going to be so hush-hush about this whole situation. We're never going to find out what happened to this woman. Yeah. And this woman was found dead on the front yard.
Beaten and left on the front yard
man.
Like garbage.
Come on, man. So, and then somebody's saying, yeah, she fell out of a window. She fell off a porch. Or whatever like that. No, cut it out, man. Cut it out. Forsyth County, and it's funny, shout out to Sandy. My wife has some relatives or whatever that's moving down to Georgia or whatever like that, and they talk about they moving there in Forsyth, and I'm telling them, I'm like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, don't do it. Back when I was there, again, we ran out of gas, and I've told this story before. We ran out of gas, like right near a gas station. So I'm with the people that I was going to school with. One brother was from Tennessee, one brother was from Michigan, the whole nine, and they basically told us, we are not serving you niggers here.
Wow.
And the dude was sitting on a little stoop in front of the old school type gas station with a little shotgun in his hand with the pump action, whatever. It's like, I don't know where y'all gonna get gas with it, but we're not serving y'all here. Y'all can go somewhere else with it. So we pushed it a little bit away from the gas station. I'm not starting no trouble with a man with a shotgun or whatever, and that basically said what he said. We pushed it, and we was luckily enough, some people from the school that we went through, that we went to, basically came through and like looked out for us and went and got us some gas. Yeah. So I mean, look, man, Forsyth County is not the place to be. Let's talk about this. Yeah, let's talk about this. A lot going on. Nikki Raspberry said this is terrible. Shout out to Mimi. Said I love Buckhead and Lenox Mall, but I'm not surprised about this news. Atlanta is just as racist as they are pro-black.
Yeah, super.
This is so sad. I'm glad you said that, Mimi. It's the truth. I wouldn't want to move there. Nah, this is just real talk.
Never.
And Chantel Williams said too many black folk in Georgia to let it ride. It's gonna ride. I guarantee you they will not. And I hate to say this, right? I guarantee you they will not. Shout out to Sean Edwards Dunn on the check-in. I guarantee you they're not going to find justice for this woman.
No. They tried to cover their tracks a little bit by firing the guy. That was somewhat covering their tracks. You know, say that they did something, but yeah.
Forsyth is anything surrounding it. I wouldn't advise anybody who's African American to live there. I'm just keeping it 100. You're going to get disrespected. You're going to deal with a lot of issues. You're going to deal with a lot of BS. You're going to be constantly looking over your damn shoulder. I'm saying it. Clip it up. Do whatever. Say Norm said it. Yes, I've experienced it. And Oprah, like I said, did a whole report on it. So it's not just me. And it's sad that this black woman had to lose her life. And then I'm going to show her picture. And I hope they find her justice and everything. And it is what it is, but it's sad, man.
Yeah.
She goes to a sleepover, right?
For kids. Well, to talk about kids and what the betterment
with
of them.
But she's the only African American woman.
Mm-hmm. Oh, period. Woman or man.
Sleeping over with these Caucasian females and having to be three white males there, and she turns up dead. So she attends something on a positive note, and she loses her life behind it.
Yeah.
All right. So just think about these things, man.
I wonder what she's sexually abused, because they never say anything about that.
I'm quite sure we find out more.
Yeah.
David Lamar Williamson, I didn't know that about Forsyth. Yes, it's wicked, man. And then Victor said, rest in peace, a very pretty woman, and Robin Roach Wiley. Why the hell were men there?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Shout out to Nikki. She said, Georgia's definitely not on my mind. Denise Sparrow said, rest in peace. And then Robin Roach Wiley said, pretty. And then Barb says, you have to be careful in the Deep South, period. You have to be more careful in some areas than others. We can't assume that we are too far removed from our fight for civil rights or racism. I'm going to tell y'all something else.
Wrap that up.
Yeah, I'm going to tell y'all something else. You got to be careful in PA, too.
Yeah, man.
Yo, PA, Klan heavy.
What?
PA is Klan heavy.
Yes, sir.
Believe that.
Yes, sir.
Believe me when I tell you. And you have to be careful there, too.
If you start driving through them counties, you see them big behind Trump signs. Get out. Turn around.
PA too, people.
Yeah, man.
And this is, I'm telling you.
And they can carry guns. They can carry concealed in PA. So
when we go out as people, as a unit, whatever, we have to start looking out for each other, man. Because I'm telling you, there are certain people in this world that mean us no good.
No good.
You know what I'm saying? They're looking for harm to come to us. Sad story, man. I had to talk about that because we haven't been with y'all on a consistent basis. It's coming back to that. Now, you were just saying when we were talking about there should be justice against people that's accused of rape.
Yeah.
And a rape didn't happen. All right, so this case, so we don't know. I'm going to let y'all be the judge. All right, so recently in Georgia,
wow,
rape victim now suing Atlanta nightclub after being raped on Facebook Live. Did you hear what I said? Rape victim now suing Atlanta nightclub after being raped on Facebook Live. All right, we're gonna talk about this joint. I'm gonna blow it up bigger so Smoothie can help me read. Let's see here. All right. 3 weeks after the capture her own. The Jasmine, what is it? Okay. Capture her own apparent rape. at Opera Atlanta on Facebook Live. Her team had addressed the public. Her lawyer has confirmed that they have filed a lawsuit not only against the offender, but also the nightclub in which the incident took place. In a Midtown Atlanta press conference, Chris Stewart of the Stewart trial attorneys claimed that proper security staffing on the part of Opera Atlanta would have prevented the sexual assault from taking place. He cited conversations with the previous employees who alleged that only a fourth of the security is required, both by law and company policy, were present. As a result, nobody stopped the alleged offender, Dominique Williams, from carrying Elin through the crowd into a closed area. Okay. Let me get you the rest of it. We're going through clips right now. Just bear with us. I want y'all to get the full story so we can talk about it. Through the crowd into a closed area while she was barely conscious. Wow. Stewart also said that his attempts to reach out to Opera Atlanta has been met with silence. Neither Jasmine Elin nor Chris Stewart have disclosed the amount that they're seeking from her Opera Atlanta lawsuit at the time. Now, I'm going to run the clip. I'm going to show y'all a clip of the story. But I also want you to look at the picture that they got from the alleged rape.
Yeah.
Just look at it closely.
The alleged victim, Jasmine Island, has made a public appearance since this alleged incident back on January 20th. Her attorney is Chris Stewart. He said that one of the reasons why this happened that night is because there was not enough security in the club. He said there was 1/4 of the security that there would normally be, and he thinks it's because it was a hip-hop concert at Opera that night. At one point, she got up. She was so upset when they played the new video. She was crying. She got up and left. She said this has been really hard to do, and coming forward has been very, very difficult.
I'm going to continue to fight. I'm a victim, but I'm a survivor as well. So, and just want to thank everybody.
The alleged victim, Jasmine Island, has made a public appearance since this alleged incident back on January 20th. Her attorney is Chris Stewart. He said that one of the reasons why this happened that night is because there was not enough security in the club. He said there was 1/4 of the security that there would normally be, and he thinks it's because it was a hip-hop concert at Opera that night. At one point, she got up. She was so upset when they played the new video. She was crying. She got up and left. She said this has been really hard to do, and coming forward has been very, very difficult.
I'm going to continue to fight.
Pig?
Yeah.
What, man?
I'm just looking away. I don't know. Listen, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but if you look at the captured still pictures that they have, I hate to say it, but it doesn't look like someone who's being raped to me, and that's just my opinion. Maybe I'll catch some backlash, and people might say, well, what does somebody who look like they being raped look like? They don't look like they're enjoying it. In both of those pictures, it looks like she was in ecstasy land, like, this feels so good. Not that she was being raped.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna hold full comments until I learn more about it. But again, from the stills, I've seen other stills too that they released into it. Like,
it looks shaky.
It's questionable. It's questionable. But at the same time, I've seen the culture. Again, we're talking about Atlanta.
Yeah,
I've seen the culture of the strip clubs and that nightlife. And it's wild.
Yeah,
it's wild. Nobody can deny that. If you really experience that nightlife in the culture of Atlanta strip clubs, it's wild. It's crazy. It extends after the initial visit to the strip club.
Yeah,
certain situations extends after the fact or whatever. We don't know. Either way, because we really don't know.
Yeah,
I hope that justice is served. On either side of the spectrum and everything, and that's the only way really I could say that. But y'all can speak freely. Ingrid Judge says she could have been drugged. GHB is no joke. You can't judge based on that video. True indeed. That's why I said and then Didi said, let me see those stills again. Victor Johnson said, I have to see the actual video to say anything. I don't know what to say about this. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's the thing. I really don't even want. We don't want to play the video.
High as a kite. Yeah. Phyllis Woodbury said, this is why I tell my daughter and her friends watch your drink. Yeah. Ben Walker said, I agree with you. Shout out to Chantel. She said, I saw it and I'm not convinced.
Wow.
Shout out to Chantel. Phyllis Woodbury said, my daughter showed me that clip, shaking my damn head. And Sandy B said, he drugged her and raped her. He need to go to jail. They do that crap in clubs everywhere. We need justice for these victims. And babe, I'm rocking with you on that.
Yes.
Because
if that happened, most definitely.
Oh, trust me. The fact that let me tell you some stuff. We could have a barbecue and we could have suspect people.
Yeah, man.
At our barbecue, right?
Circles, yeah.
And whatever, and somebody could drug somebody's drink or do whatever like that, thinking like I can get this off or whatever the case may be. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's
people
crazy.
are crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. You do have to. I believe I was drugged one time.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not going to even say where because I don't want the backlash. But I believe this male bartender put something in my drink.
Wow, male bartender.
Yeah, male bartender, whatever, and he was doing it to be funny.
Wow.
And because you know me, it takes a lot for me to be falling over my ass and tripping over chairs or whatever like that. And then and this is the first time somebody had to drive my car home.
Wow.
In my whole life. So I'm like, yo, something he put in that damn drink.
Wow.
You know, but we got to be careful. You know, we got to look out for other people and be more vigilant.
And that's what people. I'm glad you was touching that, because that's what people don't realize happens a lot of time. A lot of times, it's not the person who's actually perpetrating whatever that actually is the one who put whatever in these drinks. A lot of times, they know the bartenders and they're working together, and the bartender will slip you the Mickey before you even get your drink. So the person who's with you is not actually doing it, but they're working in conjunction. To do what they got to do.
It's funny. The person I'm talking about actually got fired from this particular spot.
Yeah.
And I remember what he asked me, whatever, because I was telling him like this. I was like, and it was a birthday of mine. It was a birthday of mine. And I was like, I said, give me something, man. I said, don't water down my drink. Blah, 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 right? That's what I'm telling him, right?
Wow.
And then he goes,
I got you.
I'll make something really special for you. Right?
Oh, wow. So,
again, I'm a dude that can handle my liquor. Anybody that knows me, I can handle my liquor. So it's like, when I got it, I felt crazy. Like, oh, damn.
Wow.
Whatever. And I got home, and before I got out the spot, somebody was there with me was like, yo, Norm, you drive your car home, blah, 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 the whole nine. And, bro, when I tell you I was so messed up, I was like, yo, he had to put something in it.
Wow.
There's no alcohol that's doing that.
Yeah.
Not at this spot where I was at.
Yeah.
Much as I know they watered down. They got everything watered down. And I'm like, yeah, it had to be something.
That's crazy.
So y'all got to be careful, man. No, I didn't ask for it. I just said, don't give me. Listen, all I asked for was a LIT. So it's supposed to be a LIT. All right, and this was like something crazy.
Yeah.
This was something crazy. I was like, Q-Flex said, my peoples, what's going on, family? Didi Graham said, that drug is horrible. I know someone that this happened to, but luckily she was with folks who didn't let her out on their site. Yeah, you got to have people looking out for you, man. And you just said exactly, the bartenders engaged in this behavior for a payoff.
Yeah,
I know it was G because I had blood work done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I know a friend, a female friend of mine. It happened to, and it's funny because in the company is somebody that I knew and I deemed to be cool, and I was like looking at him suspect
after that happened.
Yeah, I was looking at him suspect because I'm like, yo, what the hell? He put something in her drink. He's going to lie and say he didn't. Of course. Yeah, I mean, this is the risk you take when, one, you're not watching your drink.
Yeah.
And your drink is not with you at all times. And you're not around people that you trust. You trust. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because I've bought drinks over and over again because I've left.
Yeah.
I went to the bathroom.
I'm about to say, even me as a man, exactly the same. I don't just leave
or
my
I'm
drink.
DJing, whatever, and somebody, whatever like that. And I'll be like, give me that again.
Yeah.
Oh, but you got one right there. Yeah, just give me another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to be
never
careful.
know. Yeah.
Oh, you got to be careful.
Because just don't think because you're a man it can't happen. Like he just said, they definitely do it to men too. Like this is a different day and age.
And you just say, when you see these women in the club looking beyond and drunk, throwing up and being carried out, most likely they have been drunk.
Yeah, I agree.
The guy looking like he is helping is actually taking her someplace to rape her.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's possible. Yeah.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. I've seen both sides of the spectrum, so I'm gonna leave it right there.
Yeah.
Next story. Oh no, this actually goes with the clip. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The young lady that we was talking about
lost
in
her
Forsyth
life.
County.
Yeah.
That lost her life. Here's a clip of somebody that was around her real quick. So I'll run this clip real quick and then we'll move on. Here's the clip.
Very much. Michelle Graves gave us this picture of her close friend Tamala Hosford.
Just always would do anything for anybody.
Last November, the mother of 5 mysteriously died after attending a birthday party at this Forsyth County home.
Because, of course, the original story we got was that, she just drank too much and it was alcohol poisoning and she passed away.
Graves says the way she understands it, her friend may have fallen to her death from this balcony in the backyard.
We just want to know what happened to her.
Graves says party attendees tried to intimidate her by having her arrested when she started asking questions. She says she learned from a warrant application someone had accessed her information.
In my work, my phone, my mom's cell phone, my driver's license number.
According to internal documents we obtained through an open records request, the county circuit court administrator fired this man, Jose Barrera, who worked as a county probation officer, saying, quote, he used his position to access confidential files on a current investigation surrounding a death in which he...
Very much.
Michelle Graves gave us this picture of her close friend, Tamala Hosford.
Just back to that, I hope they find more out about it.
Cover up.
I hope justice is served. But again, people, I don't mean to bring y'all down, but it is Forsyth County. There are some other ish there. There are some other ish at Forsyth County. All right. Moving on. We're going to see more of this. As I told y'all, when Surviving R. Kelly was released on Lifetime and everything, and then it got huge numbers and it got huge ratings, we're going to see more of these being brought to the television screen instead of a courtroom, which I think these situations should play out in a courtroom. But Evelyn Lozada, Delisha Cordone, Josie Harris, and more are working on a TV project about surviving abuse of athletes. About surviving abuse of athletes. All right. So a new show dedicated to stories of domestic violence and abuse against the ex-wives and girlfriends of athletes is in the works. And according to TMZ, it's partially inspired by... See, I didn't even know that. I didn't even read this, actually. Inspired by Lifetime Surviving R. Kelly.
Wow.
Back in January, Lifetime released a 3-day, 6-hour documentary detailing Kelly's history of abuse against young and underage girls. All right, so now in the attempt to tell the stories of the infamous ex-girlfriend's producers are meeting up with TV networks and other outlets to close the deal. Although it's still in early development, the show has already landed a few willing participants. Yeah, it's going to have to get crazy, people. Let me expand it. So they landed a few willing participants, and let's see. Show has already landed a few willing participants, including Delisha Cordone, who's most recently accused Buffalo Bills LaShawn McCoy of orchestrating a violent robbery at her home, along with Cordone, Evelyn Lozada, Josie Harris, and Michelle Sanchez have signed on. Lozada married Chad Ochocinco, sorry. Yeah, Ochocinco. Chad Ochocinco in 2012, but filed for divorce 6 weeks later after he headbutted her. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Harris was attacked in 2010 by Floyd Mayweather, who spent 2 months in jail over the incident. Sanchez, who has a child with Ravens cornerback Jimmy Smith, has accused her baby daddy of violent attacks, although He denies. All right. So I need to ask the question to y'all and to everybody. Shout out to everybody on YouTube and Twitter, Periscope that's watching us live, and the website, the mother site, WBKS1.com, and Facebook. Is this a good or a bad thing to revisit these incidents after they already played out on the news, they already played out in court, to bring them back just because they was involved with this or whatever in a TV show? Is this an attempt for the women to financially gain from this?
Yes.
Is it, or is it, are they really trying to bring awareness to the domestic violence in the cause? Like, what's really going on? We know about these stories already. So everything we talked about, we know about these already. Just like we knew about R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Right? To be honest with you, right? We knew about that. Like, what's really going on here? And why are television networks signing these types of things on and these types of projects on? I would rather see them being dealt with in a court, and in a court of law, and people, if they're guilty, being prosecuted, and real situations is happening. But now there's a television show about being abused by athletes coming out. Will you watch it? Will you support it? What do you think is going on? I want to know from y'all. Go ahead.
Let me start off by saying it has Evelyn Lazaro, whatever her name is, involved in it, who's part of Housewives, Basketball Wives, whichever one of the silly reality shows that she's in, where they're always advocating violence towards one another. So, with that being said, I say that to say that it's definitely about more exposure and about the financial gains that may be able to be gotten by this, and bringing, awareness to certain situations. Like I said, all of this stuff has been played out into the courts already. So now it's another situation of trying to get the courts of public opinions to go against people, and to now maybe be able to go into the civil suit realm. What other reason would you want to do this? Would you want to bring this stuff up for aware? No, you're not doing it for the awareness of domestic violence. I hate to say that, but I don't think none of that lineup is doing it for that reason, and that makes it horrible. Like I said, when we start to exploit real situations for personal gains, the only thing that you do is weaken the cause for when it really happens to somebody. It's the old crying wolf game. The little boy who cried wolf. He cried wolf. People came every time. Cry wolf. And it's okay. Next time we ain't coming. So when the wolf really came and he cried wolf, they're like, yeah, okay, we have wolf. Whatever. And that's what it comes down to. It comes down to that point. So now when the people who really need the help, because these things are really happening to them and they really need the support,
right?
People are gonna look at it like, yeah, here we go. It's another flim flam. It's another scam to try to get some money. Well, no, at this point it's not. This is really somebody who needs help in the back end and is not going to be there, because you have so many people who are taking these situations and using them for personal gain.
True indeed.
And it's just messing everything up. So I say for them to knock it off. Like, why? Knock it off.
Yeah. Why does it need to be a television show?
Why does it need to be a television show?
That's my thing, man. The court of public opinion is knocking a lot of people out the box.
Yep.
In so many different ways. Courts of law don't even matter no more.
Nope.
You could just think. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. What happened when I was DJing, right? So I told you before, I got rid of my main R. Kelly files, right? Right. And this what happened. I'm gonna tell you a story that happened this Friday, right? So I'm running joints, whatever, and I started playing. Damn, what's the record? Oh shit.
Was it Jay?
I forgot. Yeah, it was a Jay and Kel's record. But the reason why you know, I ran it because I saw Jay-Z first, right? Whatever on the joint when I'm running joints and I'm looking at the name. I'm not thinking that R was on this joint with Jay, whatever. And I ran the record, right? And one of my so-called boys or whatever like that was like came over and was like, yo, that's R. Kelly. You playing R. Kelly? I said, oh. I said, oh, joint. This joint is. Yeah, Kels do got a verse in this joint or whatever like that. So I switched over the record. You know, I just switched over the record, whatever case, right? So the female that was sitting in front of me, she's like, oh, wow, you playing that R. Kelly joint, whatever like that. I said, yeah. I said, I'm realizing that, because in my Jay-Z files,
yeah,
simple, whatever. Say. So she started going on and on, whatever like that. But then she was cool, whatever. But I'm like, here go my boy.
Yeah,
you know, he bringing up to the attention. But I say all this to say that, yo, it's real right now.
Yeah.
People really feel some type of way about R. Kelly.
Yes.
And everything. And I actually was kind of happy that happened. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, cool, you made me aware of that. So there's another joint I just deleted. Another joint I deleted, whatever like that. But I'm like, yo, people are serious about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you something. One thing, nobody rocks with a pedophile.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Nobody
except for another pedophile
is rocking with a pedophile. You know, like a real pedophile. I'm not talking about a case where you're 21 and whatever, and this girl's 17 or whatever, and is legal in the state, whatever like that. You say, oh, he's messing with a young girl, whatever. Oh, I'm talking a case where you knowingly is with like a 14-year-old and you're damn near 30. All right. In the case of R. Kelly. So nobody these days is rocking with a pedophile. And I was kind of glad to see that. So just shout out to everybody that's really following the whole hashtag Mute R. Kelly thing, because there's no defending him.
No, and then there's new tapes out.
Yeah, there's no defending him, you know, at this point, and nobody should. All right. So with that said, moving on, before I get to this other thing. Oh, real quick. And if my wife is listening, if my wife is listening, she loves Cancun, right? And she loves Cancun in Mexico. And like, we go to Cabo San Lucas all the time, but Smooth P had pointed this out. And I was like, damn, yeah, this did just hit the news. Y'all got to be careful, man. Yeah. I want you to be careful. This is why I'm telling y'all this. Cancun shooting. 5 people gunned down in Mexico's tourist hotspot.
Yep.
This just happened. Recently, Cancun shooting, 5 people gunned down in Mexico's tourist hotspot. I'll read y'all just a little bit of it. 5 people have been shot dead and 5 more wounded in Cancun after gunmen burst into a bar in the Mexican resort city and opened fire. All right. Quintana Roo state prosecutors say the attack on Saturday took place in a club called La Cuca. La Cuca, that's LAKUKA, on a main avenue in central Cancun, about 6 kilometers, 4 miles, away from the Caribbean resort city seaside tourist hotel zone situated on the Yucatan Peninsula. All right. Prosecutors said 4 men carrying a long gun and 3 handguns entered and began shooting. 2 of the injured were in critical condition. Violence has been rising in Cancun and the state of Quintana Roo as a whole amid reports of the Jalisco New Generation cartel moving into the area and fighting local gangs for control. All right. The last month, federal authorities reported that 774 people have been killed. Damn. In the state last year, more than double the 359 killings recorded in 2017. Also in January, gunmen shot and killed 7 people at a house in Cancun, an incident that the authorities attributed to a dispute between street-level drug dealers. All right.
Yeah, it's real. I've been warning people about Cancun probably for the last 3 or 4 years because I've been seeing this shift in the cartels. Cancun has now become the old what was it called before? I can't think of what it's called now. I can't remember. Well, there's another part of Mexico that people used to travel to that used to be like Cancun many years ago when I was younger, and the same thing happened. The drug cartels came in and they basically took over, and they've been doing the same thing in Cancun. And it's not just in the city and in the streets. Like, they're coming on resorts now and killing people recklessly. Don't care. They don't care nothing about the Mexican police at all. That's why I warn anybody. That's why do you think if you go look on any of these sites, and these Cancun trips are like dirt cheap, all inclusive, for like $200, $300 for a couple. It's a reason. and that's it. You might not make it back.
Now
your free meal might be your last meal.
I went to Cabo San Lucas 2 times in a row. Had a beautiful time. No problems, no incidents, no nothing, whatever. And I guess that's closer to Cali. It's closer.
Yeah, but it's still even stuff is happening there too. It's not like Cancun.
Cabo is not that wild. It's more friends and family, couple oriented.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Cancun's more college, young, wildless, wild out type, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cabo San Lucas is a whole different vibe. I've never had no problems at Cabo.
Yeah.
I've always experienced a good time. When you do go to Mexico now, you do have to watch your drink intake. And this is real talk. There's been reports, and I have family members that are with feds and CIA and all of that. And I put that out there. I'm sorry if I put too much out there. And they're like, be careful, Norm, when you go there. A lot of the drinks are tainted.
Yeah.
People are dying from the drinks.
Yep. They're tainted liquor too. Yeah.
You know, they cutting it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
You know, like, you got to be careful. You know, like, I get it, all inclusive. You want free drinks, whatever. So
ain't worth it.
I got to the point to where I stuck with beer, or I go to their Walmarts out there, whatever they call them out there, whatever, and I buy actually the bottle of liquor myself. I buy like the real bottle of like Absolute, or I was drinking pear vodka.
Okay.
The last time I went to Cabo, and I had my own juice. I bought juice and everything like that, and they're looking at me like bringing out to the pool side into the beach, like, you know, like, you can get this all inclusive. You got the special VIP joint.
Yeah.
And I would mainly just drink beers and stuff like that. Every now and then I get a margarita or whatever. But you got to be careful. It's getting crazy, you know, on these resorts. Yeah. But this year we're going to Jamaica.
Yeah.
We're going to Jamaica this year.
Yeah, man.
And we're doing a group trip. BKS, we're doing a group trip. Shout out to Sandy. Hit my wife up, Sandy. You want to go on a group trip? We already got a lot of people going. If you want to go, we're going to have fun in Jamaica. This is going to be my first. I'm not doing, and shout out to Latin, I'm not doing Mexico. Mexico was my thing for a minute. Now I'm going to Jamaica. We're going to have a good time. Yep. Sandy said she spoke to the people at the hotel. They're going to let me bring my DJ controller too. So, you know, I'm going to be cutting up. I'm going to be rocking out, having a good time on the group trip. It's a beautiful hotel. It's a beautiful spot. She got hookup prices. Hit Sandy up if y'all want to go along with us. Sandy put the date in the comment section if you are listening, in the chat and everything. But we are going to Jamaica this year. Swoop, he going the week before.
No, I'm going to be the week after.
The week after?
Yeah.
The week after? Yeah, we didn't really sync it the way we should have, because we all should have been out there together. But we're going to have a nice time. And again, a lot of people already signed up. The rooms are getting filled and packed and everything. But come on out and rock out with the team. Shout out to my boy.
I am going a week before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, chill, Mr. Keep It Real. He come in, him and his beautiful wife, and a lot of Sandy's family, my family, some of my friends, her friends. It's going to be nice, man. So hit up Sandy if y'all want to get on that and get down with that. All right. She got the deal rate. She got the rates. Now, shout out to Sandy said July 25th to the 29th. Robin Roach Wiley said, I've been to Jamaica twice. Nice. Yes, I'm going this year. I'm going to tear some food up. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I've been on this little diet back and forth thing. I've been teetering with this little diet, but I'm going to tear some Jamaican Caribbean food up this year. I can't wait to go. Phyllis, get down with it. Hit up Sandy. The prices is right. Trust me. Dee Dee Graham said, when you going? Yeah. Alicia, whatever. Definitely going to be a couple grown sexy vibe. Y'all know how we do. It's going to be fun. Sandy said Cancun is definitely not the same as back in the day.
No.
It's more like Tijuana now.
Tijuana.
Yeah.
It
wrong place for
but yeah, Tijuana really. Woo, yeah.
Mexican people depend on tourists as a way of living. They will lose money. Yeah.
That's why that's why it's not on the news like you would think it would be, because they actually blocked that. I've seen a clip. Like I said, because they know if the tourism go away, they're really gonna be in the crapper. I've watched a clip before that there were people on the beach that didn't know that someone had just got murdered on the beach, maybe like 300 feet away from them. Like they were trying to be so nonchalant about getting the body out of there, you know, while people were on the beach, like, shh, like don't tell them that somebody just got gunned down over here, like 300 feet away. Like that's crazy. But that's how they know if the word gets out and the tourism stops. Like it's a poor country already, but if the tourism stops, oh my gosh, yeesh.
No
man.
Make sure y'all come check us out. Definitely on this Friday at Fridays in Piscataway. The Friday Night Live. You know how we rock on BKS1 Radio, powered by WBKS1.com. Smooth P. Me, DJ Jess will be rocking out.
Yes.
Happy hour. Again, it's 10 to 1 a.m. Get there a little bit before 10. Get your spot and everything. Last week was packed. We had a good time. People enjoyed themselves. The music. We went on a journey with the music, man. We played everything from your classic 80s, 90s joints to the R&B, some Caribbean, some reggae, the house. We went hard with the house and everything. Old school hip hop. There's a mixture of everything, man. Come on out and have a good time this Friday. All right, at Fridays in Piscataway. It's located at 1315 Centennial Avenue, Piscataway, New Jersey. Is BKS1 Radio Night. It's powered by us, DJ Smooth P, your boy DJ Storm on the general. I'll be on ones and twos. I'm going to take you through a journey. Shout out to DJ Jess, going to take you through a journey. We rock out together. It's all a family effort, fun. This week I am going to be giving out some t-shirts for sure this week and everything. So come on out, have a good time. The happy hour specials are rocking. The drinks a nice price. The food appetizers a nice price this Friday, Piscataway, New Jersey. Come out. You can do your little birthday celebration there. You can do your girls' night there, your boys' night, whatever. But it's gonna be fun this Friday. And we rocking. BKS1 Radio.
A few people ask where y'all doing hedonism. David and Tavis.
A shout out to David Lamar Williams said, knowing you be killing. Thank you, appreciate you, Dave. David Lamar Williams, that's awesome. I'm interested. Yes. Just hit up, inbox my wife, man. It's okay. It's okay. When you coming on some positive, it's just okay to inbox Sandy. Listen, Phyllis, come. Yo, Phyllis, come. Bring. We're gonna have a nice time. It's gonna be real fun. It's gonna be real fun. We're gonna have a nice time. And it's funny because I'm not a flyer. I'm not like a happy flyer, you know. And since me and Sandy been together, I've been flying here, there, everywhere. Even before then, when I was at my corporate job, I was flying. I was flying here and that, whatever. My longest flight I ever took was Japan.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I spent 14 hours in the air, and I was freaking out, and I was acting like a biatch on that flight. Cause 14 hours straight, bro.
Yeah, that's a heck.
You ever flew 14 hours straight?
Nah.
Yo, I was freaking out, but I had a great time. Shout out to Nice and Smooth flew me out there on their bill. I had a great time. I performed live with Nice and Smooth. That time when I went out there, I rocked out at all the Japanese radio stations out there, whatever. And I was actually on a project, on a record that I did with Smooth B and Nice and Smooth out there and everything. All this stuff is, you can Google and just look up and everything. But I had a great time when I went out there. I was only supposed to be out there a week. I ended up being out there close to a month.
Wow.
So
good time.
That says a lot. On that note, we're gonna go on to 50 real quick, man. Just be careful of Cancun. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely.
50 Cent, man. Yo, New York.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Officer under investigation for allegedly telling officers to shoot 50 Cent on site. Damn. Whew. P.
Crazy.
An officer under investigation for saying shoot 50 Cent on site.
I believe it.
You can't do stuff like that, man. You can't say stuff like that.
I believe it.
Yeah, so let's read a little bit of this, man.
All right. NYPD Commander Officer Emmanuel Gonzalez is under investigation after allegedly making threatening comments about 50 Cent. The pair reportedly have had issues in the past, dating back to 2018, just 1 month before Emmanuel allegedly told other NYPD officers to shoot him on sight. 50 accused him of shaking down the club owners of one of 50's frequently visited clubs. 50 made a post on Instagram regarding the encounter, which included one of his favorite quotes in the caption, "Get the strap." Emmanuel then claimed...
Hold on.
1 second.
Yeah, I'm going to get you.
Yep.
All right.
I can start here. Emmanuel then claimed that the number of 50 followers threatened to... Oh, here we go. There we go. Emmanuel then claimed that at a number of 50's followers threatened him following 50's Instagram posts, according to TMZ TV. Emmanuel claims that his comment was just a joke, but 50 Cent is not taking threats lightly. He took to Twitter to let the fans know that he takes the threat very seriously, and he is consulting with my counsel regarding my options moving forward. Gonzalez has reportedly been with the department for, said read more. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Jokers is crazy.
All right. They wildin'. All right, but 50's known to start a lot of ish, man.
Yeah.
We're not gonna escape, you know,
But
regardless, the officer's wrong.
Yeah.
Talking about shooting 50 on sight.
Exactly.
You wrong, bruh. You know, and you're an officer of the law or whatever. You know how that can translate to other officers. Come on.
It would have translated the way he wanted it to, actually.
Yes, we losing our lives like that over nonsense. So just by you saying that, whatever, officers can follow suit, like, and, you know, 50 get pulled over for no reason, and then something transpires.
But what I didn't see is that I read a part of the story earlier is that actually 50 was supposed to be performing at like some police event. You know what I'm saying? And he made this guy made this statement. So I don't know if he performed at the event or not, but I wouldn't have performed at no police event after you just put a hit out on me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what it is. That sounds like a hit to me. If you see 50 Cent shoot him on sight, like,
right.
I don't care if he jaywalking, if he spit, if he cuss, shoot him on sight. Like, how do you do that as an officer of the law? And what he was also saying is that he, you know, the reason that he doesn't feel, you know, he still feels threatened and not safe is because this guy's still walking around with a badge and a gun. Like, I don't think they suspended this guy or nothing. They didn't put him on administrative leave or anything while they investigate.
Right.
They basically, you know, he's still roaming the streets, still got a badge and a gun.
No doubt.
And probably telling people to shoot him.
Chantel said he's been shot enough.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Trundi.
Wow.
Wow, he got a lot of enemies, Trundi. Phyllis said, wow, he had the nerve to say he was playing, shaking my damn
exactly.
hand.
I'm playing.
Ingrid Judge said, folks trying to turn TV shows into real life. Yeah, Trundi. Next thing I want to talk about, right, is the brother, I forgot his name. Y'all know his name when I show y'all the clip. Yeah, you know, brain fart. But he's talking about how Gucci, Prada, all these things, these materialistic things we taking as
Dr. Usman.
Yeah, Dr. Usman. My bad. Dr. Usman. These things are status symbols. And like we only are interested in these things because of status symbols, not because they're necessarily better.
Exactly.
But just because it shows that you have arrived,
exactly.
and you have made it. And listen to his point. So when I run this clip, this is real talk. And that's why I want y'all to share this out. Whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, the mother site listening to us, we're all over on different platforms, whatever platform you decide to use and listen to us on. Share it out. Hit the share button. Because listen to the information Dr. Usman is about to break down. And when I listened to it and when I researched it, there's a lot of truth into this, man. I want you to pay closely attention to this clip. I don't care if you've seen it before or whatever. We're going to talk about it. We're going to discuss it. And we're going to try to make some sense and rationalize what's going on. Here it goes.
And you know why that's ironic? Last year, Black America in 2016, we spent $2 billion on Air Jordans, $4 billion on liquor and alcohol, $600 million on fast food, and we bought twice the amount of Mercedes-Benzes as white America, although white America has twice the wealth of black folk. So the question becomes, what is it about the Mercedes-Benz that makes it so attractive to African Americans even when they can barely afford it? And it's because it's a status symbol.
That's all.
And one thing we know about oppressed people, when you can't enjoy true freedom, you surround yourself with the symbols of that freedom.
Absolutely.
And that's why the Louis bag is so important. That's why our children will kill for Air Jordans. It's not the sneaker. It's what it represents. And if I believe I'm worthless, that means I can only add value to myself by what I put on my body as opposed to what I put in it.
How do we stop that? How do we slow that down? Because since I was a kid, those symbols, I mean, when I was a kid, it wasn't a Mercedes, it was the Cadillac.
Yes.
You
You
know
don't
what I
feel
mean?
like that anymore, though.
I think the
Because I think you've been,
I don't.
yeah,
but-
you've been exposed to like knowledge.
I
and-
just buy what I like now, but when I was a kid, I wanted that car because it was a status symbol. I wanted those sneakers because it was a status symbol. You know what I mean? But how do we get back to the part where, you know, it's not like that?
You're going to have to re-engineer the mind. Let's go to college. We all went to college. Remember in
Not
college?
Me. Well, not mine. is
Okay.
not.
But you've been on campuses.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
notice how fly the black undergraduates dress, right?
Right.
But then when it come time to pay that tuition, half of them got to take off a semester because they ain't got the money.
Right.
But look how you drive and
No,
look how you...
we didn't dress fresh in my school at all.
All right. So I'm going to have to clap it up for my dude. You know, because Umar.
Umar, yeah.
Yeah. Umar. Dr. Umar.
Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yes. He was breaking down some facts, man. Yo, did you see the amount of money that he said is for what we spend on liquor?
Yeah, man.
Billions.
Wow.
I'm probably 500 million of that per year. Nah, let me stop. But
Wow.
real talk, we got to change. We got to change
man.
what our priorities is, bro.
Facts.
And like we put so much, we invest so much in the BS, right? And this is why we don't own anything.
Mm-hmm.
We think having an expensive car, a BMW, a Mercedes, is more important than ownership of land and a house. Our priorities are screwed up.
Yeah.
Louis bags, Prada bags, and all of this stuff like that. That's not wealth.
I tell you, I own a Beamer. I own a 750, and I'll never buy another BMW. I'll buy a Ford or a Yugo before I buy another BMW. Nothing but a headache. It's just an expensive headache. Like you said, it's not worth it. And it's and that's just it. Because of the symbol that's on the front and on the back of that car, whatever you need for it, you better put some zeros on it. Or an oil change on that car is over $100.
Shout out to Ben Welker. Ben said he's not a real doctor. Nah, but Ben, you know what? But he's speaking truth, though. He's speaking truth. Our priorities is jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we rather invest in this and put money into this instead of doing the right things with our dollar. You know, and my whole thing is when he started saying what we spend on this and what we spend on that, and think about how they still take our dollar for granted.
Exactly. As much power. Exactly. That just shows you how much that they disrespect and have no respect for us at all. They talk down and bad at the strongest spending dollar on the planet. They tell you that they don't want your money. They tell you they don't want you wearing their product. They tell you this, that. The largest spending dollar. You heard the numbers that he just spewed out in the billions of dollars, and these companies still look at us like garbage,
right?
And we're the ones who keep them rich. That's the biggest problem that I have, is that we give all this money to all of these companies who don't give a damn about us and do nothing for us. Now, you do have some of the people in position of power who do realize the worth of the black dollar, and even though they might not like us, they try to do that they want to try to they want to fix things now because
Nike.
because they know if they lose that dollar, that their business could crumble. If the black community pulled our dollars up, everything that wasn't for us, you know how this country would collapse.
See, it all comes down to this. us not recognizing our worth,
our own worth. I agree.
And that it comes to, man, look, I'm so passionate about this. We do not recognize our own worth. You know how valuable we are. You know, and especially when we stick together, right? And a lot of us had that mentality like me. I'm all about self.
Yeah, exactly.
No. The power in us when we come together is incredible. It's amazing. It's phenomenal. You see the results when we come together. And if you look at these other communities, and I'm so sick of it. I'm not mad at them. I love what they're doing.
Yeah.
I speak about Edison all the time.
Man, yeah,
but if you go down there, you know, if you've never been to India and you can't afford to go to India, just go to Edison.
You're right about that.
Just go to Edison.
Yeah. They have their own banks. They have their own supermarket. They have their own lawyer's office. They have their own doctor's office. They have their own dentist's office. They have their own shopping centers. They have their own gas stations. They have, you name it, whatever you need, they have their own of it.
Yes, and now Plainfield, New Jersey is becoming the same way. I'm not saying it in a disrespectful way, but if you've never been to Mexico and you want to learn about Mexican culture or whatever, you can go right to Plainfield and go right downtown, and basically 80%, 85%, 90% of the stores are Mexican owned, Latino owned, or whatever like that. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Someone of the South America descent.
Yeah,
basically. It's not ours.
Right, but there's nothing wrong with that, and that's a beautiful thing.
They stick together.
But it's a problem when you have people that look like us that's been here for years, and we don't have representation business-wise in our own community, right? So there's a problem with that.
I'll tell you one. I'll take it one step further. The bigger issue is when we do have something, they look at it. They look at us like, well, how did you get that? Case in point, we know someone who has a business downtown in this particular area that we're talking about, who actually owns a bakery. And she was telling me and my wife one story one day that someone of the Spanish, descent came into the store before, like, hey, how you doing? Like, how did you get this store here? And she said, well, I'm playing for us. I was born in Muhlenberg Hospital, and the lady was looking at her like she had 12 heads, like she shouldn't be there.
Right.
And she asked her, well, can you please kindly leave my store? But that's how we're looked at. It's looked at like, wow, like, how did you get this? And how can I get you out of here now? Because I need to put one of my people in here. You're messing up the flow of things right now. How dare you have a business down here with the rest of us? You don't fit in.
So when I see, and it's funny because I walked into, because what's the name? He's about to sell his business. Ace.
Really?
Yeah. They talk. He was like, yeah, everything marking down, blah blah blah.
Wow,
blah.
I didn't know that.
So little by little, he's about to
get out of there.
And I go down there and like I shout to Stacey Welch. I'm shouting you out. So anybody here that hears this show, right? LeVay Sweets.
LeVay Sweets. That's what
she's been there for a minute.
Yes.
And they look at her like she crazy, like she ain't supposed to be there.
Yeah,
she has a bakery. Support that.
Yeah.
So when you see somebody like Denise Sparrow, right? She's listening to our show. She sells like shea butter and creams and this and that and lotions and that, all types of body things. Go support that. Like I went. She gave me a link, and I went and supported. She's at every BKS1 radio event, function, and I don't care what we doing. She's there. Yep. There's certain people I can name that are there.
Yep.
BKS1 radio is African American owned media. We started this 10 years ago. Whatever, like support it. If you don't realize that you can listen to the same music and the same quality of music 24 hours a day that you can on WBLS. WBLS, people, let me tell you right now, it is not black owned.
Nope.
It is not black owned. Neither is Hot 97.
Nope.
Neither is 105.
Nope.
BKS1 Radio is. We are building up. We came a long way. We're doing a lot of things across the country, but y'all don't know that. A lot of that y'all don't know because people, again, don't properly do their research. Go on the website or get the app and you can listen to the same music in the same flow, and we got our live shows that keep it 100. But a lot of it just comes from education, bro. And and just learning and researching things, man. We have to learn to support, or we're not going to have it.
Exactly. I just want to read a comment that Victor Johnson said because it grabbed me as soon as it popped up. He said, at my job, I see a kid with Gucci bag and fly gear, and he's homeless. Hurts my heart that we rather make them rich and be fly and a homeless bum. Like, how crazy is that? But you know what? It's funny that he said that because, there's, in any town you go to, there's going to be a homeless population. So I know homeless people. There's some homeless people that I went to school with, what I'm saying? People that I came up with who are homeless now. But it's crazy because I can attest to what he's saying. Because I see some of the homeless people that I know wearing name brand and designer stuff. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, so you rather spend your money on buying something name brand and designer to look like something to somebody rather than trying to put that money to get a place or somewhere to stay or something. Like it's like the mentality. We've been brainwashed to
absolutely
to want to be,
because you know what, we got into the place, P, where if somebody says this is better, or this makes you look better,
exactly,
then we've been brainwashed to automatically go there. You have a BMW, you are better than this person.
Yeah, exactly.
If you rock Gucci, you are better than this person.
Yeah.
If you rock Prada, you are better than this person. But if you rock this black-owned product, nobody cares about you. And we've been brainwashed to think that. Yeah. And it's so funny, right? And I see how, people are like, oh, such, oh, yo, tune into such and such, tune into such and such. I'm like, damn, we do the same thing. And people don't know we got multiple DJs from across the country, right, with BKS1 Radio, right? And same type of music player, even better, because you don't hear the same 20 songs, same 10 songs on our station, every day like you do with terrestrial radio. And now terrestrial radio, it's a known fact that it's dying.
Yeah.
Because the advertising dollars, advertisers have to pay more to go to terrestrial radio, FM stations now, whatever. So they come into a lot of online products. Everything is filtering into the online. So we're right on the cusp of that. And I'm like, as we grow, like, to me, when we look at our stats, right, and our metrics, it's funny that you would think, again, the bigger numbers would be coming right from Plainfield. And it's not. It comes from New York, and it comes from Atlanta, and it comes from Miami, and it comes from Chicago, and it comes from Cali, and different parts. In Newark, the metrics are higher. Well, but why is that?
Well, we know better than that, because we know when we hold events, we do events all over the place. We do events different places. Where do we have the lowest turnout of events? When we do events here at home in Plainfield.
Yeah,
our lowest turnout.
But you know what?
We still have good numbers.
Yes.
But whenever we do something out of Plainfield, like, the numbers are off the chart.
And the mentality has to change to that. And this is with anything, man. And this, listen, let me tell you something. Like, shout out to Eugene Napoleon, and sports agent, entertainment manager, whatever, friend of ours, whatever. His wife is shout out to Naya Tracy Napoleon. She's a singer. And whatever, and they do a lot of positive things, positive things throughout, and whatever. And she just recently came out with a single, or whatever, on, Amazon, whatever. And it's about West Virginia, right? Because her husband basically played in West Virginia and everything. So she just did like a pro tribute thing. The crazy thing about it, it's like everybody should be. Forget the likes. Like people, if you got like 2,000, 3,000 friends on whatever, and to buy her song should be costing 90 cents or $1.20, everybody should be flocking to buy it. Right. And so I went on and I went and bought it, and I sent them, like, here's the receipt. I bought it. Boom, boom, boom. I'm supporting. They support everything we do. Everything we do. I'm like, people have to get into the habit of that, because if you don't support our own, we're going to lose it.
Yep.
We're going to lose it. Okay, so we know we're never going back to Black Wall Street.
Which is ridiculous, because we should be able to do that.
We're never going back to Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
We made a comment about Edison, how it's basically you can go there and you can feel like you're in India. And that's cool.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's fine. But we're never going back to Black Wall Street, because we've been conditioned to feel as though that If it's us, it's not better than them. I'm saying it. If it's us, it's not better than them. And we got it. We got.
We want to talk down the prices. And stuff.
Yeah. We got to come back to supporting our own. And we really do, people. Shout out to Dee Dee Graham. I will share what's your business. I will share black-owned business, no doubt. Michael Taylor said there's no one left in Plainfield. Alicia Mitchell said, my bad. There are a few, like all my people, BKS1, and all my people's family that listen all the time, no doubt. Shout out. Denise said, I had a great time with the BKS1 family. They always show love. And that's how we always go.
It's facts.
Always, no doubt.
And always will.
And then David Lamar said, wow, I didn't know that. And then Alicia Mitchell said, my people won't buy from me either. And my people, shaking my head, but should I go out of my element? It is never a problem. Heck, they don't even share my post, so I understand. No doubt. Alicia, let us know what it is that you're selling and whatever, and we'll buy something.
But that's crazy. She just hit on something before you go to another thing. That's just as much as support is a share. Like if someone
just a click.
That's it. If someone is posting that they're selling this or they're doing this or doing that, a share is support. Maybe you don't have the money to actually support monetarily, but you do have friends on your page. So a share, I can't tell you how many people have been like, oh my God, Pierre, like, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much for sharing. You know, it's just that simple, because the word gets to get out to more people than just scrolling through, oh, share so-and-so, they selling this. Yeah, they think they doing it. Like we got to stop that crab in the barrel mentality. Like, share it out. If it's something positive, if it's something negative, definitely don't share it out. But if it's something positive that somebody's doing, whatever their craft is or whatever they're selling or their events, like, share it out. It's not stop looking at other people as competition. The only person anybody should ever be in competition with is themselves, to make themselves a better them. Don't ever be in competition with somebody else with what they have and or what they are doing, because that is them and their life and their goals and whatever they're doing. Always be in competition with yourself every day to be a better you, to improve yourself, to improve your situation for you and your family. Don't look at what another man or another woman has and say, oh man, they think they're doing. You know what? Because you too can do and or have what they have if you put in the same work and effort that they put in to do what they're doing. Period. You don't never need to hate on another person. You can do and have anything that you want in your lifetime if you're willing to work for it and put in the hard work, put in the time, put in the research, put in the efforts. You can have whatever you want. It's up to you to be as great or as bad as you want to be.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely. Let me go to Dee Dee Graham. Dee Dee Graham said, I sell CBD oil. It helps a lot of folks, but we wait until it becomes popular before we invest in this business. These white folks making top dollars now that this is legal. Dee Dee, hit me with the link so I can check out the prices, whatever like that. And I want to support, like, wholeheartedly. Shout out to Denise that preach Smooth P. Ingrid Judge said, can we share businesses right now? Let me start. www.tipsytulips.com.
Right.
Liquor infused pastries.
There you go. Okay.
I like liquor infused pastries. Follow me. I'll follow you back. No doubt. No doubt. And share this particular show out, because there may be other people that didn't hear the show today, and they may want to share their business and post their business. So everybody click the share button right now that's listening. All right. So Alicia Mitchell said, yes, a share. You said it. Thank you all that listen. Y'all always show love. Denise Sparrow is one as well. Problem Big Bro. And no doubt, Alicia Mitchell, man, platinum listener. Love her. She's been at she goes to all the events when she can make it, and the whole nine, and she supports. But I see,
I loved y'all. People.
But I see who's who.
Exactly,
you know what?
Exactly,
I see who's who, right?
Exactly.
And it's funny, right? West Orange be packed out. You know, we do events. West Orange is packed out, right? Bring it to the hometown, and I'm not saying it's not a good turn, but
yeah,
it's cool.
Not
but
the same. It's not the same turn.
But
That's
that love in West Orange be crazy.
Yeah,
and people be like, yo, why you didn't bring it to such and such? Well, because the love be everywhere else.
Yeah, we got to take it where we appreciate it.
And it's sad. But on that note, shout out to Lucretia Taylor Johnson, share, no doubt. Shout out to Lucretia, no doubt.
Appreciate that.
Platinum, she platinum. Didi, all of y'all, man. Michael Taylor, all of y'all. And we got some surprises for y'all coming up. If y'all can make it, come out again this Friday. It's all about BKS1 Radio. So that's what we promote first.
That's right.
It's about BKS1 Radio. But come out. We're going to do our thing at TGI Fridays in Piscataway on Friday Night Live. All right. And this is our thing. That's our brand, Friday Night Live.
Yes.
Every Friday, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. is happy hour. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be rocking on the ones and twos, powered by WBKS1.com and Smooth P. And DJ Jess will be in the building. He'll be rocking out. I'll be rocking out. It's happy hour. The drinks, and appetizer and the food, whatever like that. The nice prices for the Friday Night Live. So come on out. So listen, it's in Piscataway this Friday, 1315 Centennial Avenue. If you can get out, it's from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. So get there a little early, like 9:45, whatever like that. But we're going to be bringing you the classics to the current, and we're going to have a good time. And this week I am giving out T-shirts and everything, and we're going to have a lot of fun with the music. I'm going to do trivia this week, too. You know, I do the TV trivia, whatever. That's BKS is one thing. We're going to do the TV trivia this week, so we're going to see y'all, test y'all skills and everything like that. I'll be rocking the theme songs, the TV theme songs and everything like that before I go hard on the ones and twos doing what I do. We're going to have a lot of fun this week. So if anybody's celebrating a birthday, you want to have girls' night, you want to have a dudes' night, whatever, everybody come on out this Friday in Piscataway. Just tell everybody, man. Spread the word. We're gonna have fun. Shout out to Mimi. I wish I was closer. Yeah, you live like what? You live 2 hours away. So Smooth working for Wing now. Huh? Says so Smooth working for Wing now. It's been crazy.
Shout out.
Yeah. Oliver Sierra, hey, Gemini Love, you check out my new video, no doubt. I will check it out. I will click on it. Denise Sparrow said to Alicia, thanks, sis. I appreciate you in your business. I share other businesses support, no doubt. And Ben is nice on the grill. I'm gonna say that about Ben Walker. No, he dope. He's dope on the grill. Food is good. You know me, I don't hate.
No, I ain't hate though.
I don't hate. I celebrate. Ben Walker, he's dope on the grill. Salute to Ben, man. Shout out to Mimi. No doubt. Shout out to David. Just everybody, man. This is how we start. We start the process. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Yeah.
Yeah. She said White Plains. Mimi's in White Plains near Connecticut. Damn.
Wow.
Shout out to Soups on the check-in. Ben said, I did the whole show.
That's what's up, fam. We appreciate you. No,
that's shout out to Ben Walker, man, on the check-in. Y'all know what it is, man. Now listen. Real quick, because we do got. We'll bring them topics. We got to go heavy with the topics tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow.
Can't even really get into them. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
Good show.
Yeah, it's a good show. We'll be back tomorrow with the topics, because look, tomorrow topic is going to be real family feuds. All right, fix them before it's too late. We're going to go in. We're going to start out with the topics. We'll take this call first. Caller from the 207. Caller from the 207. State your name, where you calling from.
Just wondering what's the show about.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Corny, crank calling, whatever.
Yeah.
Didn't know it starts.
You're going to wait to the end of the show.
Jumble with his words. You're going to wait for your words. Come on, man. Get it together, man.
If you're going to try to crank call somebody, at least know what you're going to say.
Sheesh.
Get it together.
What you want to do, bro? Call us the N-word. You wanted to say something stupid. You've been there, done that, man. Come on, man. Corny played out. Participate in the conversation. Say something of substance, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on,
we have intelligent conversations
Roll
over
the
here.
F up.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So y'all know what it is, man. Now listen, we'll be back tomorrow. Man Cave Morning / afternoon show. We coming back with the topics. We'll take this call. Caller from the 732. State your name when you call.
Yo. Where Norm at?
What up, man? This Norm. What's up?
What's going on, man? This chill?
This Norm.
Miss Norm, what's up, baby? Hey, man, I did the whole show.
What's up, fam?
Yo, the shit was nice. The shit was nice. I'll give it to you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, fam.
Nothing but love for you, man. And luck, bro. You rock out on that grill. If anybody say anything different, I'm letting them know. Ben Walker rocks out on that grill. No doubt.
Yeah, I usually catch like little bits and pieces, but today I was like, I'm at my shop. I said, I see the notification when it came up. I said, nah, I'm going to sit through the whole show this time.
No doubt.
I'm a while out.
We appreciate you, family. We appreciate you. We'll be back.
Anytime. Smooth still working for Wings. He's at Freddie Freeze. He's working for Wing Dings. Now he's working for Wings.
You are funny.
Hot Wings.
I got something for y'all too, Ben. I when the weather break, I'm gonna break it out for you. I got something that y'all gonna be a little jealous about, but I can tell y'all where to get it.
I got you, baby.
No doubt. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, fam.
No doubt.
Anytime.
Salute.
Peace. He said working for Wings.
Yo, shout out to Ben Walker. Check it. Ben crazy as hell. I love him though. Yo, I love that dude. No doubt. No doubt. No hater in his blood.
Not at all.
No
Funny.
doubt. All right, y'all. So we'll be back tomorrow. And
Yes.
again, now they want to call back. Nah, we ain't taking no more calls.
Exactly.
All right, so make sure, again, y'all come out this Friday for the Friday Night Live. It's happy hour, powered by WBKS1 Radio. Smooth P. I'll be on the ones and twos, so with DJ Jess. You already know what it is. We're going to have some fun this week. All right, so again, we'll see you tomorrow with the topics.
Yes.
Tomorrow we're going in with the topics from the door, and then we're going to the current events because we need to discuss these topics, and we're going to talk about it tomorrow on WBKS1.com, the official Man Cave Morning / afternoon show.
But tomorrow we're going to be the morning show.
Huh?
I said tomorrow we're going to be the morning show.
It's going to be the morning show. Tomorrow, when you want to start? 10, 11, what?
We can start at 10.
We're going to start at 10 o'clock.
We're going to make it do what it do tomorrow.
10 o'clock tomorrow.
10 o'clock tomorrow.
Ain't going to be CP time. You already know. We love y'all. Listen, we love y'all, and ain't a damn thing y'all can do about
That's a fact, y'all.
Listen, this show was never about us.
It's always about you.
Because you are the next best kept secret. Peace.
We out of here.
We here, baby.
Peace.
Yes, we'll see y'all tomorrow for sure. Yes. You already know this. Love y'all, man.
God willing.
Custom.